Hi, it's Robin Sharma, and I just wanted to show up here on Instagram Live and first of all say a big hello. I've been deep into working on my brand new book. It's going to be like nothing I've ever written about. It's going to be a book about how the great masters produce amazing work. It's going to be a book about my own journey. I'm going to share how I started and my own routines and my own rituals. And it's going to be a book about spiritual heroism in a world that needs good people serving the world. And I've gone to a very deep place. I don't know if you can see, but I'll just try to show you. Those are the chapters of the book behind me. And I've got paper all over the place right there. As I just, do my best to be creative. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to come up onto Instagram Live, and I wanted to share some of the things that I think are important for anyone who wants to bring their primal genius to the world. When I was in Dublin, before giving a leadership presentation a few years ago, I walked by a tech company, and I looked inside the lobby, and it said, "Done is better than perfect." And I think that's really important. I mean, if you're interested in my creative process, what I'm trying to do as quickly as possible with this new book is rush to beta and then optimize. In other words, I'm trying to get the draft done as quickly as possible, because psychologically then it feels like the book is done. And then I'm going to edit, iterate, optimize over the next 3 or 4 months. The 5 a.m. Club, which I know many of you have read, and I'm so grateful for the movement that's grown around my book, The 5 a.m. Club. I probably iterated up the manuscript 100 times over the 4 years that I wrote the 5 a.m. Club. So the first insight for you as a creative person, as a productive person is, if you're waiting until perfect conditions show up, you're going to procrastinate and never bring your magic to the world. You want to rush as quickly as possible to get that minimum viable masterpiece done, but don't release it to the world until it's perfect. But getting it done will give you that confidence and mental victory to feel, okay, now I just have to polish it, even though that might take a long time. Second thing I want to offer to you is, as you get closer to your magic, you're going to get to know more of your demons. So what I mean by that is, as I write this new book, I'm more vulnerable than ever before. I'm sharing more deeply about myself than ever before. This new book is going to be, like I say, part memoir, part mastery manual, part spiritual heroism handbook. And so I'm writing about my stories. I'm writing about my dreams. I'm writing about my pains. And I find the deeper I go, the more I want to come up with ways not to continue. And it's teaching me, this process around writing this new book is teaching me, as you get closer to victory, your scared self will try to sabotage things. As you get closer to love, your unlovability will come up. As you get closer to becoming the person you want to be in the world, it's scary because you could fail, you could be laughed at. So what we do is unconsciously, if you're not really aware of this process, you'll find ways not to bring your magic to the world. And you must bring your magic to the world because your spiritual heroism depends on it, and the world needs more heroes. What else do I want to offer to you? From the new book, there's so many chapters in the new book. I just shot a video for members of my monthly mentoring mastermind called The Circle of Legends. And I wanted to walk you through some of the things I taught to them. First of all, the conversation you are most resisting is the conversation you most need to be having. Mostly what we do is we don't speak our truth, but if you want to be a strong leader, you want to be a respected person, you want to get big things done, you've got to learn how to communicate like a superstar. And so in this monthly video I did for members of the Circle of Legends, I walked them through a mental framework on how great master communicators communicate. And one of the things I taught them was The conversation you are most resisting is the conversation you need to be having. In other words, speak your truth even when your voice shakes, and you're going to grow in power. Another thing I taught to them was, I think it's from Dr. Seuss, say what you mean and mean what you say, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter won't mind. I mean, often what we do is we just swallow what we want to say. Even if you're in a restaurant and if you have a bad meal, we don't say anything. Why wouldn't you say anything? That's an act of disrespect towards your greatest self. You're a client. So most of us in school were not taught how to communicate in an excellent way. I believe you can say what you wish to say so long as you say it with great respect. So you could come up to the manager of the restaurant and say, you know what? I've heard so many great things about your restaurant, and I really appreciate the effort everyone put into it. My meal wasn't what I expected because of X, Y, Z, and I'm hoping and trusting that you'll be able to make things better for me. And you just talk in a respectful way. And most of us, we either get angry or we stay silent, and then we wonder why we have no bravery, and we wonder why we have inflammation within our physical dimensions, and we wonder why our lives are not soaring. What else? Let me go to some of your questions. So someone says, I'm a big fan from Turkey. Excuse me. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate my Turkish fans. I have Vuko from Uganda. Vuko, I don't know if you knew this, but I was born in Uganda. So East Africa is very close to my heart. Let's see, we have people from all over the world. Someone says respect to you. I say respect to all of you. I'm no better than anyone on this Instagram Live, and I'm here to be a humble servant to help you as much as possible. So thank you for your respect, and I give that back. Someone says, want to be live with you? Okay, well then just send a request. That would be great. Someone from Kazakhstan? That's awesome. So... someone from Argentina, someone from Latvia. I was just in Riga giving a leadership presentation in November, and I love Latvia and Riga very much. Hello to all my readers in the Baltics. Someone from New Jersey, amazing. Currently reading this is Epichenovska. Currently finishing the 5 a.m. Club, the best thing I've read. Well, thank you, Epichevkovska. I hope, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it. And you're in Macedonia. I've been to Skopje, and I really enjoyed Macedonia, and I'm glad the 5M Club has been so helpful to you. So for all of you who have taken the time to be with me, let me leave you with some tactics, okay? I would say spend at least an hour on yourself every day. One of the books I'm reading, give me 1 second, I'll show you the book I'm reading. Fantastic book about one of the greatest creative geniuses in the world. So make sure you take the time to invest in your learning every single day. I come from humble beginnings. What's helped me most in my life is if I don't know something, I learn how to do it. I didn't know how to write or publish a book, but I learned how to do it. You see, greatness belongs to the learners, and education is inoculation against disruption. So please apply and live the 1 hour student method that I teach in the 5 a.m. Club. Learn, read a book, listen to a course or an audiobook. Second thing I would say to you is we become stronger through what we practice. I know it sounds obvious, but to get good at something, you need to practice it. If you lie, or if you make excuses, or if you watch too much TV, or if you eat the wrong food, you are practicing those weaker habits. So you want to make the start today to practice what you want to see more of in your life. It's easier, the positive psychologist will tell you, it is easier to behave your way into a new way of thinking than think your way into a new way of behaving. Okay? And thirdly, I'd simply say be kinder. Be kinder to people in the world. Be kinder to yourself. It's okay not to be okay. It's one of the things I'm writing about in this new book. It's okay not to be okay. I sure am not okay all the time. I sure am not, it's not always dancing puppies and rainbows. I've had hard times in my life. I have hard days in my life. In this new book I'm writing, I'm actually talking about how do you pivot from a hard day to a good day. So remember that your past is a school to be learned from and not a home to be lived in. And if you want to go deeper with me, I would invite you to go to thecircleoflegends.com. It is my monthly mentoring mastermind that is serving people so well. And if you want me to help you and teach you this kind of thing through this program, you're going to absolutely love it. So again, go to thecircleoflegends.com and all the details are there. And if that will be helpful to you, it will be a pleasure for me to be your monthly advisor and mentor and coach to help you build a world-class life. What else can I say? If you haven't read the 5 a.m. Club, it's the book that is helping people around the world start their mornings amazingly and live incredible lives. And what I'd say to you is look at my Instagram feed and look at what the book is doing for everyday people. It's creating a movement of people who are remembering their heroism and becoming braver and more loving and stronger and getting their mornings back and getting their productivity back. So definitely, if you haven't read the 5 a.m. Club, read the book. It'll serve you greatly. Now, the book isn't going to work if you think it's a magic fix. The book is going to work if you do the work with tiny triumphs every day. But you have to do the work. You have to believe in yourself enough to take the first step and then make the next step every day and keep on doing it until you reach what habit researchers call the point of automaticity. And I talk about this all in the 5 a.m. Club. There's a model called the Habit Installation Protocol. It'll teach you how the world's most successful people install great habits. So read the 5 a.m. Club or listen to the audiobook. And more than anything else, I just want to say, just because you couldn't do something yesterday doesn't mean you can't do it today, right? You're one day stronger. You're one day wiser. So believe in yourself, All possibilitarians have a lot of self-faith. So thanks a lot. Go out there and do amazing things. I send you lots of love and encouragement, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.